Welcome to the Miracles and Wellness Podcast. My name is Clarissa and I'm your life and wellness coach and also a beauty expert. I am so happy and grateful that you are here. We'll be discussing all things health and wellness, feeling empowered, and loving yourself more while connecting your mind, body, and spirit. Always know that you can manifest whatever you desire for your greater well-being in your life, because I believe that miracles are for everyone. Hey there, my friends. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. So today we're going to get into it a little bit about late night snacking. You've all done it before at one point or another, but are you still doing it? It's okay. Don't judge yourself. It happens. But we're going to try to find some ways just to kind of nip that in the bud a little bit. All right? You know, all that late night snacking, a little bit here, a little bit there, can just all add up over time, and it can kind of make its way onto your body in little places we might not want it. And then that also affects our health, especially depending on what we're snacking on. And a lot of times it's not the best choices, but it's all right. Let's get into that. All right. So first we want to try to know, why are we snacking, right? Trying to get an understanding of identifying what that is having you do this, right? That could come from a number of places. Like, are you being overly restrictive with your eating? Which is a lot of times one of the big culprits, right? If you're in that diet culture, which people have a tendency to get caught up in, a lot of times we want things now. And the now thing is not really realistic. You know, the best thing comes to those who wait, all those kind of things. Because if you are going on a, quote, diet, first, you want to make sure it's something that's sustainable. And a lot of those diets are super restrictive. They're removing food groups, and there's just all these things on it, or you're not eating enough, which is a big thing. A lot of times you have to wrap your mind around that. It's very hard if you've been dieting a certain way for years and you've been restricting your intake for you to give yourself permission to eat. You have to be able to give yourself permission to eat. Because if you are restricting your food intake, if you're not eating your carbs or you're counting your calories, which we do not want to do, I will tell you, if you are on this 1,200 calorie thing, it is not enough food. Your body is starving. And then if you're moving your body and you're working out, you're hitting the gym or whatever it is that you're choosing to do for physical activity, you need even more calories. This is truth. All right? Hear me. So let's just say it's one of these and you're doing your restrictive eating. You're not getting enough food and you're starving. So then when it comes down to later on in the evening, you're just eating a lot because you're just in the house. So you've been super busy. You've had all this stuff going on. You didn't give yourself space to eat. And then you get home and you just like grab something and you start going in, right? You start eating all of whatever it is. And you just start continually snacking and you can't stop because your body is so hungry. It's just looking for food. And if you're not eating anything that's nutrient dense on top of that, which a lot of times foods that are snacks are not, you're just going to eat too much of it. And it's just like you're not paying attention. And let's just say you're tired because you've been working all day. You got all this stuff you're trying to do and you tell yourself you don't have time for this and you do not have time for that. I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like ordering anything healthy to already in the fridge. All the things that we tell ourselves sometimes. So then you sit down, you just tired. So you sit down on your couch, turn on the TV, get the snacks. Next thing you know, 20 minutes later, you be like, oh, that whole bag is gone. But it's too late then. So to avoid that, we want to try to eat throughout the day, right? One wonderful thing we can think of to do. Just trying to do this meal prepping. Batching, making sure you have your food prepared, and that's also snacks. Now, if you don't like cooking, that's one thing. It would be good if you did try to find some joy in that. It's not for everybody, but at the end of the day, you do know what's going inside of your food. And you don't have to get all fancy with it, you know what I mean? You don't have to be like, get like 20 ingredients and all the things, but find something simple. And if you do enjoy eating out at restaurants because it just doesn't work for you, then you know that nowadays people are really helpful about telling you what's in the food. And they even have marks where things are gluten-free, things are vegan, vegetarian, or there's no dairy, whatever it is. And servers, they are there to help you. They're there to serve, just like we serve others. It's their job also to serve us. So when you ask them what's in something or to prepare something a certain way, they'll help. They love that's what they're there to do. And there's also services where you could get food catered or just sent to you. There's so many different things now. So many. And so that can also work. That's also an option. All right. And then just making whatever it is, making sure that whatever it is that you're eating, making sure it has the proper nutrients in it. Because if you are still eating throughout the day, but you're not eating food that have nutrients in it, then you're still going to be hungry, so that whenever you do eat, that your body is looking for substance. Okay. That's another wonderful benefit of eating plant-based. But let me tell you something. Whether you are eating animal products or plant products, you need to eat a variety of food. Okay? You can definitely get a lot more nutrients, macronutrients and micronutrients as well in your plant-based foods, because that's what it is. The benefits are just endless for that. All right. So if somebody wants to say they are worried that they're not going to get all their nutrients in it, when in fact, when you eat more plant-based, you feel more alive, your energy is increased, your health improves, and the whole weight thing, that's just natural. Now, that's whole food plant-based way of eating, not just eating faux meat or anything like that. But just being mindful of that, okay? When that restrictive eating, just your body's just looking for those nutrients and all of those things. And paying attention also to what you're eating, all right? So making sure that you're getting enough substance during the day, so that when night hits, when you go home and you sit down, you're like, I need to grab something, all right? Because if you're actually full and you have the proper nutrients in your body, then you don't really feel the need to snack as much. You ever just notice that? Just take a day and you just eat really healthy and just all these things. And healthy is different for everybody, right? Because it all depends. You can have a sensitivity to something that's technically healthy, but it might not work for your body. So just always paying attention to how you feel. Your body will talk to you, okay? It really will. So just paying attention to what you're picking up. If something doesn't feel good, be like, don't eat that. Choose something else, okay? But yeah, just making sure that you're getting the proper nutrients in during the day, all right? And also, are you bored? There's bored eating. I mean, if you're just sitting there and you have nothing to do, you might just find that you just want to eat because you're doing something, right? You know, it's just like my hands need to be busy and I'm just going to sit there and eat these chips or cookies or whatever it is, right? So just having a plan, a list of things, activities that you like to do. Even if it's at night, you have a hobby or something that you enjoy. Write a list down of things, right? All about writing lists, right? Do you want to do some light exercising before you go to bed, right? Do you want to work out? Do you want to read? Whatever that is, do you want to listen to something? Or if you need to move around, maybe you want to exercise or go for a walk or play with your pet. Do you have a doggy? Whatever it is, just get your mind working, all right? But also make sure you give that time to you, right? Not necessarily saying do more work. If you've been working all day, give yourself an extra hour before you go to bed to wind down, right? So maybe you can read a book instead, or you can just make your planner and be like, this is what I have to do tomorrow. But give yourself just a few minutes for that, right? So if you take your Sundays and you go over your week, that's good. So you pretty much have an idea. So if it's Wednesday and you're looking for something to do, you could just kind of look over that, be like, boom, boom, this is still good. But just give yourself that time to yourself. Maybe you want to soak in a bath, and that's also relaxing, right? Do the thing. And also something else, right, that can also lead to that is binge eating, right? And also there's night eating. So, binge eating can also come about if you were too restrictive, right? So when you're sitting down on the couch and you just keep on doing the snacking, right? It's like you're just going to be wind up eating a large amount of food and just it's sitting. And then that can make you feel out of control, right? And then that can do all the emotional stuff that comes along with it. You might start feeling guilty. You might start feeling shameful, which you don't want, because that can send you down a spiral, right? So then that goes back to also making sure we're eating the proper foods, right? I could be like, hey, eat this healthy snack. But if you're starving, you're not going to be thinking about that. Your body's going to be like, I want this fast energy source. And that's just going to be something loaded with loads of fat and loads of salt. You might not be thinking the same, right? So just be mindful of those things. And then night eating syndrome, that's also a thing. Have you ever sat there and just like grazed throughout the day? And then you just find yourself getting up in the middle of the night to just like eat. And you wind up doing a massive amount of eating in the middle of the night. All of those can add on weight to your body, can lead to obesity. And then also depending on what you're eating, which probably at these times are not the best choices because you're just hungry, can also lead to health conditions, can also lead to you having issues with your health. And we don't want that. At the end of the day, it's just not about weight loss, guys. It's not. It's about being healthy, living a healthier lifestyle. I do not want you here just trying to figure out how to lose 10 pounds for the dress. Even though the dress look good, the dress is sexy, the heels are sexy, and I love all of those things. Oh, yes, I do. But it's about your health. At the end of the day, I want you to wake up energized, full of life. I want your heart strong and pumping. I want you just living life, running around, being like, I got this. So that's what it's about. But yeah, the dress and the shoes look good. But it's not just about weight loss. Don't come here just trying to lose 10 pounds for an event. We want more than that because you deserve more than that. And you're going to get it because you're here and you're going to get it. All right? This is the truth. You might be like, this sounds easier than done. No, I want you not to talk to yourself like that. I want you to tell yourself you got this. I want you to tell yourself that you got this. Look, and you know I'm all love journaling. Get a journal out and take notes. You can call it a food journal, a mood journal, food and mood. Well, there you go, food and mood journal. And I also have the wellness journals that are absolutely amazing, I'll have to say, because it has an area for everything. It has an area for nourishment, meditation, sleep, water intake, just all the things, right? So I do have those if you need an extra new journal. And it's just laid out so that you can keep track of everything. And it's like at least 4 months worth of journaling in there. It's great. And so if you're looking for a new journal, make sure you go to the show notes and check those out. But keeping track of that, because if you're not sure what you are consuming, you could even be cooking, right? You're just like, want to taste what you cook, be like, this do look good. Stay out my pot, but then you be in there chasing it. Look, I see you. Look, just write down every single thing. You could do it for like 3 days, all right? Sit there and from morning to night, write down everything that you consume. Do not count your calories, all right? Just write it down. Because, I try to get you to focus more on the quality of food instead of counting your calories. Because once you eat more nutrient-dense foods, those wonderful, yummy foods in their natural state, in their whole foods, then you don't need to count calories. This is what I want you to do more of and less of counting. I know sometimes it's a mind stuck, because you've been used to doing that so long. You do not need to be restrictive. You can enjoy your food, love your body, all these things. And then snacking will be no more. Did you hear me? It'll be no more. Look, so sit there and just write down everything. Once you get up, be like, I'm starting my day with my 2 cups of water. I had some coffee. Whatever you put in that coffee, write it down. And then even as you snack, you can just carry a little, even if you don't want to do a journal, carry a notepad with you, right? And just write everything down. And then at the end of the day, be like, just look at it, what you have written down there. And just so you can just be aware of it. Be like, okay, well, I do this extra snacking here, but I didn't eat anything for lunch. I just had a pastry product for breakfast. So I went all the way up until 3 p.m. And then I ate something really big because I was really hungry. And then I didn't eat again up until 9 o'clock at night when I got home, right? So just paying attention to that and just figuring out how you can structure your day in a way that that's not going to happen, right? So if you need to do meal planning, batching, or if you want to do one of those food services, do that. They're out there. And there's healthy ones. There's plant-based ones. There's ones where even if you're not ready to go fully plant-based, even if it's just 80% of your plate is what I'd be trying to get people to do. Look, and then if you're going to eat a bunch of processed foods that are plants, it's still not worth it, because I want you to just eat as much whole foods as possible, right? Whole food, plant-based is what we're trying to aim towards. So it's not just about veganism. People are vegan for different reasons. I've talked about this before, but just trying to get as much healthy food on your plate as possible. Make it pretty. Look at the rainbow. Put all the little colors on there. Make it nice, So meal planning, right? The snacks. Make sure you have your snacks. Just eating regularly and making sure it's balanced. You got this. And if you need some assistance, there's coaches out there, right? I'm a coach and there's other coaches. It doesn't matter. Find somebody that resonates with you, whether it's me or another individual. I just want you to win. All right. At the end of the day, I want you to win. I want us all to get it, and I want us all to win, whatever that is for you. So I want you to live a long life. All right. Talk to someone. When you start doing these things, are you feeling triggered by something? Awesome. Work on it. Don't press it down. Give it time to come up. That's how you heal, right? If you need to talk to a therapist, counselor, whatever that is, find out what works for you. And you know how I say, if you don't know where to go, you talk to God first, and He will lead you where you need to go. Boom. Always. Never, ever forget that. Right? And next, one of the most common reasons that we might be snacking is anxiety and stress. It's always there. I'm always going to talk about it because sometimes we shove it down. And especially if you're super busy, you have a lot on your plate, you will get anxious. It's just a natural thing if you do not know how to cope with things in different ways. And it's different for everybody, right? I might talk a lot about breath work and meditation and yoga and all these things. But if that's not your thing, then that's not your thing. Sometimes I want to work out harder. Sometimes I want to do something more mellow and relaxing. Make a list of what that is for you, all right? Do you want breathing exercises, meditation, yoga, hitting the gym, just getting out for a nice walk, stretching, just finding out different ways for you to feel relaxed. You could have a more invigorating thing. You can have something more mellow. Like if I want to work out and lift weights and do all those things, that is very therapeutic for me. At the same time, even sometimes I feel like sometimes I'm in the mood. Sometimes like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't feel like going, but then once I get in there, I'll be like, I feel good. I feel powerful. I feel nice, right? And then sometimes I'll be like, not today. I feel like I need something a little bit more gentle. I feel like I just need to stretch and let it out, and sometimes that's okay too. Listen to your body. Listen. We are very unique. And once you know how to listen to yourself a little bit more, then things will start unfolding, But make a list of different things you can do for relaxation to help with the anxiety, to help you with that stress. But I do feel that incorporating breath work and meditation is definitely good for you. Even if you are in the car or you're at work, you could just close your eyes for a minute and do some breathing exercises. Give yourself some time to meditate, get right. It's amazing, and you will appreciate it, all right? And also, I do have some meditations out there where you could go to bit.ly/28-day calm, and you'll get like a different meditation each day, just to get you in the practice of meditating. Either it could further your practice, give you some new meditations, or else just get you started. Really amazing. There's just different kinds of ones in there as well, all right? So let's see, what did we talk about today to help you with your snacking? Because it hit us all at one point or another, right? We talked about restrictive eating and how we can combat that, with eating in the daytime, binge eating, night eating syndrome, dealing with stress and anxiety, and also keeping a journal, all right? So I hope these helped you, and I would love if you leave me a written review. I love to see them, and it helps others as well. All right, until next time.
If you like my mommy show, leave a review. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for coming by. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a written review. Until next time, love and light.